along with customary classes on subjects such as finance, accounting, and marketing. Today's MBA students are enrolling in courses for environmental policy and stewardship. Indeed, more than half of business schools require a course in environmental sustainability or corporate social responsibility, according to a survey of 91 US business schools, published on October 20. The Mars 2020 Perseverance rover will search for signs of ancient microbial life, which will advance NASA's quest to the soil, then store them in sealed tubes for pickup by a future mission that would ferry them back to Earth for detailed analysis. Perseverance will also test technologies to help pave the way for future human exploration of Mars. An injury or disease that afflicts a relatively small number of brain cells causes a chain reaction that stops activity across a vast network of neural circuits. According to new research, the study may help to explain why people can suffer from temporary but severe loss of cognitive functions in cases of a traumatic brain injury or disease. New research shows that during the global financial crisis, workers who stayed in jobs did not reduce their working hours, despite the claims that cuts in hours have led to job losses. A study found that the life of people who stayed with the same employer remained relatively unchanged. The legislation that Democrats hope to push through the Senate by the weekend remains among the largest federal relief packages in modern American history. It would deliver hundreds of billions of dollars for vaccine distribution, hospitals, state and local governments, and families struggling to recover from the economic toll of the coronavirus pandemic. Perhaps the most measurable benefit of the program has been the opportunity to meet in small groups, something that is difficult to arrange for such a desperate organization. Many officers would have to work together for 30 years but would not know others' strengths and weaknesses. Augustus was given the powers of an absolute monarch, but he presented himself as the preserver of republican traditions. He treated the Senate, or state council, with great respect, and was made consul year after year. He successfully reduced the political power of the army by retiring many soldiers, but giving them land or money to keep their loyalty. A unique characteristic of online shopping environments is that they allow vendors to create retail interfaces with highly interactive features. One desirable form of interactivity from a consumer perspective is the implementation of sophisticated tools to assist shoppers in their purchase decisions by customizing the electronic shopping environment to their individual preferences. It was found that while many companies express interest in Jacobson's use case approach, actual scenario usage often falls outside what is described in textbooks and standard methodologies. Users, therefore, face significant scenario management problems not yet addressed adequately in theory or practice and are demanding solutions to these problems. Blue is the most popular color. Food researchers disagree when humans search for food. They learned to avoid toxic or spoiled objects, which were often blue, black, or purple. When food dyed blue is served to study subjects, they lose appetite. Australia has one of the world's most important mining industries. It is a major exporter of coal, iron ore, gold, and copper, and is self-sufficient in all minerals but petroleum. Since the first discovery, coal in 1798, mineral production has risen every year in the decade to 1992 it doubled. Another virtue that both propagate is that the present is meant to be enjoyed to the fullest. It is no use fretting about the past, for it cannot be undone or overturned, and no use pondering too much about the future, for it remains unseen. The day is thought about may never dawn on you. The ultimate service, however, remains the one done for your fellow men. Current research models indicate that climate change associated with increasing levels of greenhouse gases is likely to lead to the soils in the interiors of the major continents drying out. In response to the drying of cropland, people are likely to seek either new sources of irrigation water or new, wetter areas to farm. If we choose the desalination of seawater as a possible solution, large amounts of energy will be required. Much of today's business is conducted across international borders. And while the majority of the global business community might share the use of English as a common language, the nuances and expectations of business communication might differ greatly from culture to culture.
Finally, the experimenters examine real insects to see if leg adhesion might also play a role in the walking coordination of real flies. They put polymer drops on the flies' legs to cover their claws in adhesive pads as if the flies were wearing boots and watched what happened. The flies quickly began to use bipod-like leg coordination similar to the one discovered in the simulation.